Okay.
Today's guest is Chelsea. Like always, thank you very much for coming.
Everybody.
And today's topic, events throughout the year. Especially I want to talk about some important events. Like in Japan, used to be the New Year's Day was one of the most important events. Maybe now still it is as well. But especially in the early period, it is said that the counting of the age was different from what we do today. I think it's almost similar to what they do in Korea, that they start counting from that.
So when a Korean person is born, they're 1 year old.
Yeah, and I think that should be something similar in Japan nowadays as well. And when they're going to order is the New Year's days rather than their own birthdays. So New Year's days was kind of everybody's birthday.
Yes, I remember you told me about that. The New Year's Day was like a big birthday celebration for everyone.
It
sounds really nice. Like a nice party for the whole country.
To me, it's kind of too hard to believe because it feels so strange to they don't have their birthday celebration, but the New Year's Day is everybody's New Year's birthday. So I'm not really 100% sure if it's true or not, but still.
Yeah, it seems a little strange these days. I think everybody wants their own special day to celebrate, and everything's about you, that one day of the year. So to imagine a time when that didn't exist, it's very hard. Of course, these days I don't pay special attention to my birthday. I don't want to get older. But also my birthday and my fiance's birthday and my mother's birthday are all in early September. So often we kind of all celebrate together just as one big birthday celebration, which is really nice.
And in the West, I think the Christmas is one of the most important or biggest events, right?
Yes, I mean, of course, it depends on your religion because there's so many different religions, Muslim, Jewish, Christian. There's a few more that are also celebrated in a very big way throughout the year. Of course, because my family is, I guess, Protestant, Catholic. Honestly, my family's not very religious. We don't celebrate in a religious way. But I'm most familiar with Christmas as our family custom. So I don't know the other side of the story, unfortunately.
I see. What about the Thanksgiving Day? What exactly is that? The Thanksgiving Day?
For me personally, Thanksgiving is really similar to Christmas because basically all the family gets together. We kind of say thank you to each other for being there. And we have a big feast, a really big meal. We all sit at the table and we talk to each other. And Christmas, we kind of do the same thing, except on Christmas, there are presents.
Okay.
Yeah, and often you celebrate more with your nuclear family, just your very close family. So parents, brothers, and sisters. And Thanksgiving, we celebrate with a wider family.
I see.
Yeah. So on Thanksgiving Day, it can be crazy because you have to go see both sides of your family, the aunts and the uncles, and everybody's driving around like crazy.
I see.
As for the history, I guess it started when Christopher Columbus first came to America, and he met the Indians, the Native Americans. Americans, and they supposedly helped each other, or the Indians helped them to grow their crops, and then they came together to give thanks for their mutual support. This is what we learned in history books, but there's a lot of controversy about this, because basically people from Europe came and they killed with, you know, violence or disease or whatever a lot of Native American people. And so nowadays a lot of people are saying that we should actually boycott Thanksgiving.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Yeah, because the history, I mean, we celebrate it to give thanks, and that's what a lot of families do, but it has a really violent history when you look into the details of it. So it's hard, because for me it's something really special. I just want to celebrate it with my family and feel really close, eat a really delicious meal, but then you also have to kind of look at the dark side of it as well, you know.
I see.
I feel conflicted sometimes about that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but as for importance, I think Thanksgiving and Christmas for me are just like the same level of importance when it comes to celebrating a holiday. Yeah.
I see. Do you have any other important holidays or events like Christmas or Thanksgiving?
I'm thinking. Some members of my family, like cousins, celebrate Easter.
Right.
Yeah, in more of a religious sense. But I don't really follow that, so I can't really tell you much about it. But I think if you are religious, if you're Christian, then Easter can be a really important holiday as well. I'm really not religious, like almost zero religion for me. So a lot of these holidays other people celebrate feel kind of meaningless to me personally. I mean, I just want to be with my friends and my family, and that's the most important thing for me. What about in Japan for New Year's? I know for New Year's it's like more like a Christmas for Japanese people. You get together with your family and you stay the night together, eat a lot of delicious food. Do you think that tradition has changed a lot?
I would say I'm not sure in details, but because I'm more from local side, like if you are in a local place, this tradition still remains. But maybe when you're living in the cities, or like if you're a nuclear family and there's no big relative to rely on, like go back to, then maybe the situation has changed than before. But still, I was lucky enough to enjoy like every New Year's Day, as well as there's always in the middle of August in Japan we celebrate the ancestor spirit coming back.
Obon.
Yes, Obon. So those two are the big events, and every time in the New Year's days or this Obon time, I was going back to my relative house in Fukuoka, where actually there are like lots of structural things, so it's a little bit complicated, but to make it simple, like I was going back to the relative's house where it used to be 50 people at the time together.
50! Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
To me it was amazing, because especially the New Year's days, you know, like because we have this how do you say, the treat for children called otoshidama New Year's Day, so I was like super happy.
I mean, you like, come much, right?
Nice. But I feel sorry for them because I cannot remember all of them. There are too many relatives, and
I met with 50 people. I'm not surprised. You know, the aunts and uncles and great aunt, great uncle, cousins.
So confusing.
Can you remember?
But it was I think I was lucky enough to enjoy the environment where it's more like it used to be, but now I don't think it's often easily you find this situation. Maybe there are still like people gathering back to their grandparents' house or like seeing the family each other, but still this huge family is, as Japan, like low birth rate, and
yeah, these days I know.
So it's getting more and more difficult, I think.
Yeah. So do you think in the past people were having much bigger families, or a lot more kids?
Yes. Yeah. Definitely, yes. Especially like as you go back, like in Edo, the children mortality was really high.
Yes, you told me. So it's better for the mother to have, or the family, as many children as possible to kind of keep the family going, support the family. But I mean, now that we have a society that it's more supportive, about better healthcare system. Also, the cost of living is so much higher now. People can't afford to have a lot of children, maybe 2, but definitely not 3, 4, 5. I read somewhere that the more advanced the society becomes, that the less children people tend to have, because their life becomes more focused on saving money or financially working. Everybody is working these days, mothers and fathers. So it's the same case, I think, in a lot of countries, not just Japan. I mean, when I was growing up, I always wished that I had siblings, because I think I told you, I'm an only child, I'm a single mother, so very, very small nuclear family, just me and my mom. And I would always see some of my friends have brothers and sisters, and of course their 2 parents were there, and they were able to have these bigger holiday celebrations. And sometimes it was just me and my mom, and I was feeling kind of like, So now, after I lived in Japan for 10 years, and then Uruguay, and now here, whenever I go back home, I appreciate my family so much more than I used to, and I really want to see them all together if possible. So I'm always trying to get my family members together, like, let's have Christmas together, let's have Thanksgiving together. But it's like my mom, and then my aunt, and some of my other older, I don't know what you would say, like my mom's cousins, I don't know, extended family. They're getting older now, and it's harder for everybody to get together. I'm sure you understand it's the same situation. But let me think, for other holidays that I really enjoy, for example, Halloween. I really enjoy the atmosphere of Halloween. Not so much in Luxembourg. Nothing is really happening here. When I was in Japan, I loved it so much there, because Japan has such a strong cosplay culture. Right.
Especially these years.
Oh God, yeah, these days, and it's and as you know, Japan loves to adopt other customs from different cultures and kind of make them their own, in their own special way. And I think these days Halloween is getting bigger and bigger, and people are kind of seeing the value of it and how fun it can be. And in Osaka, it was every year, like, more and more people will be on the streets, just running around in costumes, drinking, partying. Oh, it was fabulous. It was, I think that's gotta be my favorite holiday, just for having fun with friends. Not necessarily like family warmth, but just really enjoyable. Yeah. What about you? Is there any other holiday you really enjoy, just for like festivities or nice atmosphere?
Actually, not in Japan, but once when I was doing exchange in Turkey, I had a really unique experience that I've been to my flatmate's house, like their parents' house, and there I experienced the sacrifice holiday, which I did not know before, but it's a literally sacrifice. But the concept itself, the motivation came more like to distribute this wealth for everyone, including the poor people. So it's all about sharing and then like a feeling the thankfulness for what we eat and everything. So to me, like it was really strong experience, but at the same time it was something really like lifetime memory. One of my
Wow, I can imagine. Maybe it was a little shocking, but
it
touching at the same time.
it was shocking, but knowing the motivation that they want to share this meat or this wealth to people around and
everybody. So it's similar to like their Thanksgiving, I guess.
Maybe, and also like it was interesting to see their way of killing. I mean, I think it was a halal way, but they believed that in a certain way, by doing so, the animal feel less pain when dying or something. So
yes, I'm familiar with the concept of halal meat, and that the animal should not suffer when it dies. Which, I think it's a very humane way to kill animals if you're going to eat meat. So I don't know how specifically how they do this. I don't know if I want to see, but
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to describe in detail here.
Just leave to your imagination.
Yeah.
Don't go too far in life.
But their motivation is like really, I think it's good. Kind of beautiful. Yeah.
But I think I agree with you, because these days I think we have a really strong disconnect from the food we eat. A lot of people eat meat these days, but we just see it packaged and look very clean in the supermarket, and we don't think about the fact that this was an animal, it was alive, somebody had to kill it. So actually I think it's better if you are faced with the fact that you're killing an animal and then you're going to consume it, and you have a lot more respect and kind of feel more thankful for that. It's not really a reality these days. It's really hard to experience something like that. Life is too convenient, I would say.
True.
Yeah. I'm just curious what kind of animal they sacrificed.
Mainly sheep. So in my case, I saw the sheep, but some rich people do the cows even, I've heard. But mostly sheep, I think.
Okay, interesting. My fiance's sister, his older sister, she actually saw, I don't know if it was a sacrifice, but one time she was traveling and she saw a llama that was killed, and then they cooked it, they used it for food. But actually after that she became a vegetarian.
Okay.
So that seeing that animal being killed, even if it was for food, made such a big impression on her that she didn't want to eat any meat after that. So I can imagine it affects different people different ways, especially if you're not used to seeing that, every day. I can't imagine. Anyway, stop thinking about animals. Right? I'm happy topic. Well, I do have one question about the food in Japanese New Year. So I have heard that a lot of the food you eat over New Year's has some particular meaning or significance. And I was wondering if that tradition comes from a very long time ago, or do you think it's newer, it's changed with the times?
I have to look into details of Google, but because there's so many customs in Japan. Like, we thought it was a natural. We thought it was like a common sense all the time was there, but there are so many customs. They were kind of new, like just introduced 100 years ago, or like just introduced some decades years ago. So not sure, but I think the meaning maybe has history, but I'll get back to you later.
Oh, don't worry about it. I mean, it's possible that it was a marketing scheme. Some brand made it popular so that people would buy more of their product. That's also, I think, a lot of companies, a lot of food brands or food companies do that these days. But I don't know in the case. I know what is the toshikoshi soba that you eat to have like a longer life, or is that right?
I've heard that to let go of all the regrets or like a sadness from the last year, and then we'll prepare for the next year.
Well, that's completely different from what I thought. And that's because it's long, it's a long noodle.
I think that's also the case. I think they just put many meanings for it. Yeah, I think that can be also the case.
Yeah. I know one of the new traditions for Christmas in Japan, and this must be new, is to eat fried chicken.
Yes.
Like
yeah.
Christmas, which was very strange to me when I got there. Like, why is everybody eating KFC on Christmas? This is weird.
Yeah, that's kind of getting really popular fact.
Yeah, because for us, Christmas meal, it's like a homemade, everybody gets together and brings something. The mom is making it, the grandma is making it, and then to see, oh my God, people are going to a fast food chain. Fried chicken is like the complete opposite of what I imagined for a Christmas meal. It's so popular, and there's advertising everywhere for the Christmas set or combo. What about you? Did you eat fried chicken on Christmas?
Sometimes yes. Before knowing here, before knowing the West.
Okay. I could never do that. I don't think I could do it.
But also like Valentine's Day, for example, for us, it's a girls to give chocolate to the boys who she like, but that's not the custom in here.
Oh, it's different in the West. But you have White Day as well.
Yeah.
Which is the opposite, right? The guys give back this like obligatory chocolate back to the girls. And then even more interesting, in Korea, I heard they have Black Day.
Yeah.
Which is for all the single people who didn't get any chocolate on Valentine's Day or White Day. Don't quote me. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I heard.
Okay.
And so I heard they eat like a black soba on Black Day, and all the single people get together and kind of we have to ask a Korean person to be sure. But yeah, I think this is funny how this one original holiday changed into 2 holidays or 3 holidays. Yeah, again, I think a lot of it is marketing and just consumerism and just chocolate companies wanting to have a reason to sell their products. And I mean, who doesn't like chocolate? Yeah, but no, on Valentine's Day, I noticed a lot of girls in Japan spend a lot of time, a lot of money making these really beautiful handmade chocolates or really beautiful packaging, and then they give each one to a person. So cute. But I can't make that kind of effort for so many people. It's that'd be a lot of work to do. Have you ever given the chocolate out?
When I was young, yes. When I was a student, like we had this I don't know how to say, like with a respect kind of chocolate without meaning of I love you, I like you, just a chocolate to give your friends, or even chocolate. Kirichoko, yes, kirichoko.
Yeah, I know this. I guess we could say like obligation chocolate or something like that. It's some you feel you owe a person because of their friendship or because they're looking out for you at work or something like that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you never give the chocolate out of romantic feelings?
I did. History.
We all did that. What about Valentine's Day now? Would your husband give you any chocolates?
He personally don't celebrate any events, so it's not nothing really special. But I like to do special, so trying to buy.
Well, even if he doesn't buy you chocolates, you should buy yourself some chocolates.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's what
Treat
I do.
myself.
Buy my own chocolates.
Yeah, that's best. Treat for yourself. Maybe that's all for today for this episode, and thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And see you next time.
Everybody, bye.
Bye.